Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching The Expanse. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 4 of season 6 of The Expanse. Yee, the end is nigh. This show just, it means so much to me. And as sad as I am about it ending, I'm really looking forward to these next 3 episodes because I feel like they're going to be the meat and potatoes. Obviously it's a short season. So like the last episode, we got probably one of the coolest space battles that we've had since IFF. I really loved it. I did miss Alex at the helm, but Holden, he did a great job, and in having Bobbie manning the guns, I really wish she had been on the Rossi way longer, way earlier, and that she was part of our crew the whole time, because I love the dynamic that she has, especially with Amos. But I really liked them as a pair. I do feel like if she finds out that Holden disarmed that torpedo, she's going to rip his head off. But here's my thing. I've heard that this was not a popular take, how I was very emotional about what had happened. Here's the thing. I'm not somebody who loves war. I'm somebody who loves peace. I love when, the people that are good do good things. And here's the thing is that Holden, one, was never gonna kill Philip. He wasn't gonna let Philip die. If he could stop that from happening, especially with Naomi watching with her own 2 eyes. Marco 100% did that on purpose. He knew that Naomi was on that ship, that she was on the Rocinante. But he knew that she was there. And even if she wasn't, he knew that Holden would definitely recognize Philip. Here's the thing. You never give a narcissist what they want. Think about that. As somebody who's been involved in narcissistic relationships or with narcissistic people, or I've known and seen other narcissistic relationships and people, you never give them what they want. Ever. 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 He wanted to die by the hand of James Holden, killed in battle, shot down by the Rocinante, to live in infamy in the minds of all the Belters as this great war hero. He wanted to be a martyr. He was willing to take down everybody to make that happen. And the cherry on the top would be Naomi watching her son die by the hands of her love. Even that was Bobbie. But you can't give Marco that. And then he has to retreat with his tail between his legs. And I think that that's delicious. I think that that's a wonderful way to take it out, that James Holden got the best of him, showed him mercy, and he had to run away in front of the entire crew. And then him making Philip feel like he was privileged to be sitting and manning the guns to kill his own mother. That's such a Marco thing to do now, isn't it? It's also a Marco thing to do to be pissed at Philip because they didn't die and he didn't kill the enemy. I feel like that was kind of the final straw for Philip. Him going after Marco and being we didn't even need to be here. We did not need to be fighting in this battle. It is your fault that this happened. And calling him out on it, I think, was fantastic. And I love that Philip stuck up for himself. Now, I don't know what that's going to do. Marco goes and, he has his little temper tantrum, little crybaby moment to himself. And there was a ship that came through the ring gates. And I've never seen a ship that looked like that. I can only assume that that was what was being built at Laconia. And I'm 100% sure that it is armed with protomolecule something. Lasers, torpedoes, PDCs. It's not good. It's not good. Marco having that weapon and that ship, bad news bears. Now, I don't know Because Naomi was trying to figure out like the ships disappearing through the ring gates and the holes, and it seems like it's kind of random. And I don't know if that's the case. And I have a feeling that when Holden was talking about like he knows somebody that would probably know what's going on there, that it's LV. So I mean, we get like all of the people showing up at the end. Like maybe they'll show Mercury from jail, and he'll just be like, angry Mercury. Sorry. Anyway. So, like, I'm assuming that LV is going to help us with that, but like, I can't quite figure out. Like, I know the protomolecule is probably what's triggering the red thing, that took out the Barkeith, and that's what's taking out some of those other ships at random times when it's dropping the holes. So it is the destroyer of the creator of the protomolecule. So I'm sure that the destroyer of the creator of the protomolecule would still like to destroy the protomolecule. Now, I don't know if that means like a red laser shooting through the sky, taking out that ship. I don't know how it's able to cross through when it has the protomolecule. I don't think the Barkeith had the protomolecule in it, but it was just kind of chosen. I don't know quite how. I don't know how they are selected to be the ones that disappear. And I don't know where they go. I don't know if they're dead. I don't know if they're gone. I don't know if they're in another world. Like if they're with like, if they're reincarnated as the dogs or the birds that are on Laconia, I have no idea. But what I do think is that it's very important that those ships are disappearing. And it's very important that the ship with the protomolecule went through a ring gate. And I don't know. I mean, it's an 8-month journey from the ring gate to Earth. So they have time before that ship gets to them, but I don't know how long it takes for a torpedo fired from that ship to get wherever its destination is. Now, I wouldn't put it past Marco to shoot it at Ceres, especially because he was willing to sacrifice Ceres, left them with only 3 weeks of food and water. And then, as we saw in the last episode, there were all these bombs that were planted that then destroyed Ceres, or at least a portion of Ceres, but like you saw water tanks getting blown up. So they are in a shit spot right now. And I would only hope that Monica, being in the middle of that, if she survived, I'm sure she did. That's like the one time I'm like, please survive, Monica, like because she had her little camera, and I'm sure that that's going to come in handy. But also for her to be able to report from Ceres about it getting blown up. And about how Marco abandoned it, and all these things happening to paint a picture of Marco as not being great and willing to sacrifice all these Belter lives. Come on, Monica. Give us the story, girl. Pour some tea. I'm ready for it. And, you know, Christian was kind of talking about like, yeah, like Marco left us with this problem and we're the ones that are left to deal with it and we have to do what we can. And Amos got a message from Prax about this yeast that like you can essentially like grow food. He said off of like CO2, or did he say that carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, dioxide, whatever CO2 is, dioxide. Anyway, science, as much as I love it, still not my forte. But he sends this message to Amos, like talking about this yeast, and like it's so important to be able to get higher yields of whatever food they can create from it. I wouldn't expect it to just be grain, but maybe it accelerates plant growth. I'm not sure. And I'm excited for Chrissy to get that information from her boyfriend Amos. And we also kind of got a moment from Clarissa, which I have to tell you, I really appreciate that it's not just, oh, well, she went to jail and she turned over a new leaf. She felt her feelings and now she's a better person. Her actually telling Holden, like, I got these mods because of you. I wanted you dead. I wanted the revenge. And then her actually just really, really deeply showing her remorse for killing Ren. And it still affects her and she's still living with that. Like, I appreciate that. That's what shows me that somebody has changed, is when they express remorse about something that didn't even have anything to do with Holden. I mean, it kind of did. It's the catalyst that started it. But like Ren was a good man who had a family, and she struggled to even do that to get this mission going to go after Holden. And her admitting to Holden about it, and him, again, he's such a good man, and him just being compassionate and being like, we've all done shit that we're not proud of. And I mean, everybody, I think, that has ever lived can say those words, and he continues to show her some compassion. And now I was like, oh, Naomi's got to get over, that Clarissa wanted to kill her boyfriend. I totally, absolutely 100% forgot about her getting attacked by Clarissa on the Rossi in the cargo hold and Anna coming over to save her. Totally forgot about that. So thank you on Patreon for people being like, actually, Naomi has a reason to not really like her. 100% correct. Clarissa could have killed her with her own two hands with those mods going. 100%. So yeah, maybe there needs to be a discussion had. I don't know if they'll be besties braiding each other's hair, but I definitely think that maybe there can be a little bit of compassion showed to Clarissa, especially after she's kind of showing a lot of remorse. Maybe Naomi's been through it. Both her and Holden just look like they have not slept at all. Amos looks like he gets 1,000% of the Z's that he takes. But Holden and Naomi look tired. They look worn. They look just beaten down. And I don't know what the next couple episodes have, but I'm sure that there's going to be more shit on top of the shit sandwich that they've already been served. And I'll just tell you that they're two resilient people. And I love that about them. And that's what I admire about characters like that is they're not just oh, I can get through anything, and you never see them affected by stuff. You see them deeply affected by things and still powering through. And I think that that's really motivational. That's inspirational. I love it. Now, we didn't get a whole lot from Drummer. We need to get more from Drummer. And Walker, I kind of dig him a little bit. I like his whole vibe. I feel like if he hadn't said that Marco doesn't like him because he frustrates him sexually, I don't know if I would have liked him as much. But I love that. I love that. We need more shit like that being said about Marco. Big fan. Cut my finger and it hurts. Sorry. Okay, so we're going to head into this episode. We're probably going to find out what that ship was all about and where it's headed and what it's going to do. Because Marco was very, very sad, Marco. And then he was like, Marco. So, I hate when he's happy. I hate when he smiles. Keon's killing it. He's doing a really good job of playing a narcissist. Is he the best villain? No. There is somebody else that's been on this show that is way smarter. He was a great villain, but we'll get to that later. Okay, guys, let's get into it.
We didn't need to kill James Holden.
You are relieved of duty!
I love that I smile so big when Marco's so upset. Yeah, what happened to Zan? So he dead. Maybe the forest puppy will come bring him back.
What's gonna happen to the driver?
What do you think?
It was an accident.
I guess it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter?
Talking about a firing squad.
A firing squad? It was an accident.
Your brother, Mars, the dream of Mars. They still matter. We're doing something good here. It's important. Someone has to keep us safe, or at least try. I don't know if I still can, and if I can't, nothing matters then anyway.
What is he talking about?
Thank you.
Admiral!
Crazy person.
My new coordination protocol returned a coherent reply pattern.
Show me.
I think I can turn it on. I know.
What does he mean, reply pattern? Like, that was talking? Clever girl. I mean, I don't know what happens if it's like a Pet Cemetery situation if the dog brings him back. Like, is he gonna be like half there? But also, there's a shot of, I think it's Earth at the very end of these openings, and there's like this little like floaty thing, and it kind of looks like Laconia Station. And I'm gonna lean forward so I can look closer. Yeah, I totally see it. Yep, it's Laconia Station. Okay, I don't know why it's close to Earth, and that might be Laconia, and I think it's Earth. The new Earth.
MCRN Fleet Command recommends that a joint strike force set out for the ring immediately. Our stealth ships will take out Marco's sentries. Cripple Medina.
I doubt it.
And reassert control of the ring.
Rushing headlong to salve our pride and prove our manhood is exactly what Inaris wants. I
Yep.
will not commit my forces to that plan.
Good job, Christian. Don't give a narcissist what they want. Although I still get her point. Ooh, wow. I don't know if that's a good idea. Hey, girl.
Darcy Okuda, Specialist East Asian Trade Zone. They disagreed about who won.
Miss Stewart, are you recording this?
Yes.
Stop right now.
You said I had full access.
They need to see
You're
it,
right.
Christian.
I did.
Oh, God, I love Christian.
Going over our battle logs.
Trying to figure out why
Dorsey
the
gathered
torpedo
a
was a
lot
dud.
of data on the pillar. High resolution drive signatures and hull profiles. I'm gonna send it out fleet-wide. Someone will find that ship.
Okay, tight beam comms only.
Oh, she's a woman on a mission.
Just give me the word and I'll put us on the float.
Aye,
I love these two together, by the way.
Still pissed off about the pillow?
Alex.
This is Alex's music.
Yeah. Used to play this stuff all the time on the Razorback.
He used to play it all the time here, too.
They do a really good job of honoring him.
Behind a cloud, hide his face and cry.
Hey, Amos. There's something I need you to take a look at. I'm in the cargo bay.
Okay, Peaches. I'm on my way.
Didn't think Alex's music would be the thing that brought tears to my eyes.
So I did a full torpedo diagnostic like you told me to. All remaining missiles checked out fine. So I drilled down into the weapon's telemetry log, and I found this. This is way above my pay grade, and I'm not trying to judge.
Clever girl. Yeah. Like the two people that would have really loved to have taken Marco out. Same as Bobbie. They like to win.
Beloved crew got one repair skip operational. Headed for you now. Fully loaded. I'll fix you up faster.
The least they could do, after the way they distinguished themselves in battle. Wouldn't you say?
So yeah, about mine.
Piece of shit.
After salvage operations are complete, take the two senior-most officers of the Lauba and space them.
Understood. Granicus out.
What a baby.
I did not mean to offend. I thought you were...
I'm the new repair technician. What's the sign?
Oh,
It's probably for the
Okay.
best.
where would you like to start?
Don't know. Haven't done a whole repair before.
That's probably useful if you're going to be on the repair skiff.
You know how to operate a maintenance skiff?
No.
Oh,
God.
well, I'm sure you take to it. I mean, for you, with all you've done, it will be simple.
Marco just wants him to feel humiliated left and right. Is she going to talk to him about Marco?
What your father said to you wasn't right. You fought bravely. But he is alone. You're the only family he has left.
He did that to himself.
What do you think he would do if I shot you in the face?
I don't know. Feel really guilty about it? Then send money to my family and pretend it's remorse?
Oof. Oof.
I've got a job to do.
She is really good at seeing through people and hitting them where it hurts. Oy vey. Rosenfeld is awesome. I wish she were on our side, not gonna lie. Uh-oh, here it comes. I want you guys to fight.
We fired at the fella, it wasn't a dud. See, here's my problem. I trust you to do the right thing.
He did do the
what
right
you
thing.
think it is. We had a chance to end Marco.
It wouldn't have stopped a war.
And I keep trying, but I can't see how that was a right thing. It was a gut decision in the moment. But I made the call. So you're gonna need to explain that to me. Because if we're not trying to win this fight, I don't know what I'm doing out here. It was my call to make. And I don't owe you a fucking explanation. Are you pissed at me for asking? Or because you don't have an explanation to give?
I think he's more pissed about Amos second guessing him a little bit. I feel like you did the right thing.
Good. Good, yeah. Keep going.
It's like a video game.
Today, we got a problem. The plate for all.
It's big trouble if we lose it. You distracted me.
Whew. Good catch, Tadeo. He didn't distract you, you were distracted.
My brother is a dock worker on Ceres. I haven't heard from him since the water tank explosion. One day our parents don't come back from Iraq. One of those people, good at looking out for others, bad at looking out for himself, you know what I mean? He has a condition, vertigo. Anytime he is out in vacuum, he gets dizzy, blackout, vomit in his helmet. And he joke about it, but it always bothered him. I just hope he's okay.
Me too. Oh, I love how it's just so heavy for Philip right now. Ooh. Is she finding a connection? Confession time.
Philip looks a lot like you.
Yeah, he does.
When I gave Marco a chance to surrender, I saw Philip on the screen.
I did too. Why are you telling me this?
The torpedo didn't fail. I disarmed it. I know what that choice meant, but I couldn't kill your son.
If you let Marco escape to spare my feelings, you just made me responsible for everyone he kills from now on.
You're not responsible for my choices.
Then stop making yourself responsible for mine. Stop treating me like I am broken.
Stop pretending like what you're feeling doesn't matter.
If Philip hurts more people than
It's not about Philip or what he might or might not do. It's about us. I can't be the one who kills your son. It won't matter that we were at war. Every time you wake up, you'll be lying next to the reason your boy is dead.
Jim,
I can't be that to you. I don't have it in me.
If we win, he may die. I know that.
Knowing it isn't enough.
I could have stayed on the pillar, martyred myself in the name of motherhood, but I chose not to. Please don't take that from me. It's all I have left.
But you're asking him to have a burden that he has to bear. You're gonna find a torpedo?
What have we got here? That's a torpedo warhead.
Are they gonna see that it was disarmed?
This ain't going off.
We wouldn't be here talking about it now. Marco Inaros is blessed.
Get away from there.
I'm stuck.
Don't move.
Get me out of here.
Don't move.
Not funny, Tadeo. Not funny. Is Philip gonna find out that Holden spared him? That Holden wasn't really willing to risk his life like Marco was? Excuse me? They're just... So cool. So cool.
First team. With me.
I fucking love this. I love this. This is like such a belter thing to do.
Grapple's ready. Fire.
Oh! Biff. Oh, I see. It's the containers.
We're entering the station now.
Still no ships on scopes. But hurry.
Don't fuck it up, Michio. Mikio. Hopefully she's learned how to press the right button.
This one's warm.
Oh, no!
Covering you.
Oh my gosh, so much is happening right now. Okay. Drummer Joseph and Walker are fine. The red shirt guy, he had to go.
Scopes are clear.
Check it again. Someone is on their way.
Michio, check it again.
Yeah, like she doesn't need to get riled up.
You have 1 hour.
Oh! 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 Oh!
What are you doing?
Oh.
Get his arm free. You'll kill him. The only thing keeping his blood in is that pressure.
Look at her being useful.
Lift. On my word. Now.
Is he gonna lose his arm now? They can regrow arms, right?
I'm so sorry.
What? What are you saying?
She gotta do what she gotta do. Ugh. Oh, God. Oh, fuck. We'll grow it back. We'll grow it back. We have the technology.
And when it's time to take the kill shot, another 1,000,000 to 1. It's a dud? What are the fucking odds?
Based on your numbers, 1 billion to 1.
I'm going to the gym.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to tell her.
There's no point in telling her. Don't worry about me, I'm not gonna say anything. Do you want to know when I realized I didn't want to kill you?
Yeah, I'd like to know.
Okay.
It was on the Behemoth when you said that we were all reaching for violence. Couldn't we just try something else for once?
That's our Holden.
Killing someone is a terrible thing. And you can never take it back.
Mm-mm.
Don't ever feel bad about not killing someone.
Fuck you, Clarissa. Are you making me cry?
That's good advice. Thank you.
I'm glad she said that. Ooh. Is that regrowing his arm? Or is it just keeping him not dead? You okay, drummer?
Comms. Open a channel. Wideband.
Oh.
Do not make
Oh.
me repeat myself.
Oh.
This is Kamina Drama. And this message is for the traitor, the coward, Marco Inaros. You hunted me and mine, and still we are here. And you are nothing.
So much for anonymity. The captain of the Granicus asked for mercy for them.
He did?
And he was spaced as well.
No. You were angry when you gave the order. I assumed you meant it rhetorically.
I didn't.
Well, then consider it a happy misunderstanding. Your anger was justified, but the punishment wasn't.
You seem to think you have the right to speak to me this way.
Somebody has to.
Because all the people that used to are either dead or sulking around below decks picking up trash.
No.
We lost a skirmish. You're Marco Inaros. Things like this roll off you.
I really like Rosenfeld's character.
Tech said data logs show torpedoes disarmed before impact.
You mean someone disarmed it?
No, who would do that? I had
James
to be a
Holden?
malfunctioning flight. We all lucky to be alive.
I don't care if you think it was Holden or you think it was your mom.
This is Kamina drama. And this message is for the traitor. The coward. Marco Inaros. Kamina drama did this to you. Live shamed. And die empty.
I fucking love her so much.
At least it wasn't Ianus who raided our supplies.
Whose side are you on?
Well, I only...
Drama is our enemy. This is war.
Oh.
And it won't be over until we are dead or victorious. There's no turning back now.
Kind of sounded like his father there, didn't he? And right when you start getting a little bit of headway with Philip. Oh, I'll watch it. Never mind. Okay. Watch the X-ray. I have to remind myself because I forget that there's more stuff to watch. So I'm gonna put my little note right there. So when I'm done talking to y'all, I can watch the X-ray. Okay. So The Expanse does a really, really good job of making badass women. It really does. Not only Drummer, but like Rosenfeld. And of course, Naomi, like you see Monica coming through, kind of not just like standing up to Christian, but like kind of being like, hey, dummy, it makes everyone look weak. That's good. It makes you look like you have something in common with them and that you're going through this together. And then of course, Christian, you know, just being Christian, but then, God, Bobbie's mad. I would rather she not ever learn about the warhead. But the fact that we have Clarissa talking to Holden and telling him never regret not killing somebody. Guys, that is like my mindset on everything. Like, I'd rather people not die for things to get done. And if you can spare life any way that you can and spare anyone having the agony of losing their child, I think that you should do that. I could just say personally that my parents losing my sister, like, I don't know what that's like to lose a child, but I'd imagine that it's heartbreaking. And even though Naomi like thinks that she can handle it and that she's prepared for it, I think Holden's right. And for him to like say that it was by his hand, that's a burden that we can't have on Holden's shoulders, because he even said he couldn't bear it. And she shouldn't want that for him either. Woo! Woo! I'm a frazzled. I'm really, really frazzled. So as much as I don't like that Rosenfeld is like really like, you know, like helping Marco emotionally because he has nobody else. She gets it. She gets it right too, you know, and it's the same thing about like, oh, I thought it was rhetorical when you said to space him. Yeah, just consider it a misunderstanding. It's very smart of her, sparing life where it needed to be spared. But I also think that like without her, Marco not only falls apart, but the Free Navy would make mistake after mistake after mistake, because who are the more emotional people on this show? It's the men, like with Marco and Philip, even like Holden, but then like even Amos, like getting like really, really mad that they didn't kill Marco and then questioning Holden. And, you know, Holden's always done the right thing. And he did the right thing. And maybe it was by Naomi, maybe it was by him. But either way, he did something that he had to stop because the result of it would have been something that he couldn't handle or he couldn't bear. I get it. I get it. It is like all the men are the emotional ones at this show. And then you have a Drummer who's just like stone cold, I'm fucking coming for you. Oh, I love it. I love that. The whole scene of them in space heading over to the supply depot and you know, R.I.P. Ooh, Joseph's arm. But Michio, like, coming through. Like, when Joseph is, like, kind of, like, snapping, like, do the scan again, and Drummer's like, will you chill the fuck out? And, like, she knows that, like, that's gonna rattle Michio. So she's just talking very calmly to her. And it's just like, you have to know how to, like, talk to people. Like, it's not always the same. And Marco treats everybody the same. Except for Rosenfeld. There's a little magic in his eye. I don't know what that means. I don't think they're gonna give us, like, this, like, crazy love story or anything by any means, but you know, like he definitely, like, sees her a little differently. But Michio coming through in a crisis, a medical crisis, like, proud of her. Like, look, when she's, like, shaking and, like, is like, this button, this button, this button, oh, that one. Like, I'm just like, like, girl, maybe you're not built for this. But, like, she handled that crisis very well. So she found the thing that she can do, which, you know, she's saving the man that she loves. I totally get it. But proud of her for coming through. Really proud. Now, it seems like Marco probably thought that the supply depots would be targeted, and that's why he had armed guards aboard. And like I said, I don't know who we lost in our party of 4, but red shirt. I love that reference works for so many different things. But it seemed like he was prepared for that to happen, and I'm glad that Drummer got the best of him and sent that message and just embarrassed him space-wide. We didn't get to see his reaction to it. I mean, kind of sort of a reaction, but we mostly got Philip acting out. Now, granted, he was probably embarrassed because it happened in front of everybody, and he has learned from his father that, like, when stuff like that happens, how to behave. And he sounded like Marco. He was speaking like Marco. He was kind of moving like Marco. And then as he's walking away, you can kind of see, like, the confidence fade a little bit from his face. But, you know, just when you think, like when he figured out that somebody had disarmed the torpedo and that it was either Holden or it was his mom and that they were shown mercy, I got excited, and then it was quickly taken away by Drummer. But I'm still not mad at it because that was amazing. And the one thing that scares me, though, is that Drummer, you know, stealing the supplies from him and embarrassing him that way, Marco, that there is this proto-molecule ship that is on its way somewhere, I'm sure, in their direction. I don't want anything to happen to her, especially with the proto-molecule nature. Now, I keep forgetting at the beginning of these, we have, like, the Laconia story, because I think every time we start an episode, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about this. I thought for sure that she would have already taken her brother to the dog to be fixed, pet cemeteried. That didn't end well. But I don't know what happens when you bring something back to life on this planet. Is it like the search for Spock? Like, do you, like, not have all your memories and then somebody remembers and then or is it like Pet Cemetery where you're just kind of like a shell? Or maybe he comes back and it's like he fell asleep. I don't know. But it was an accident. He was crushed by a cart. I was like, maybe he got attacked by another animal. I was like, maybe one of the dogs, like, took his life and gave it to the bird. Like, I'm glad that that's not what happened. But definitely, I expect to see a dog bring a child back to life. And if that doesn't happen, I'll be very sad. Kodazar was saying something about like a repeated communication or a repeated pattern. All I know is that now you see, like, Laconia, like, floating, and I feel like it was by Earth, but I don't think we're going to see Laconia by Earth. So we didn't see Christian get the message from Prax. I don't know if we would see that or if she already sent it to a scientist that could figure out what to do with it. But I'm really hoping that Drummer takes the supply depot stuff to Ceres and that she is a hero of the belt and that she saved the belt and that she brought them supplies and, you know, that she's the hero of Ceres. And like, for Christian's sake, quite frankly, because I don't know how they take care of those people. And it really seemed like they're not wanting the help of the inners, or they're not willing to like really accept that like maybe Marco did this to them. It's just shitty. But I think Monica and the like montage that she made, I think that like that's enough to make everybody look like they're suffering and they're all in the same boat. And not to really garner sympathy, but to like just like realize that like Earth doesn't have much to give and they're still trying. So maybe just see that. I don't know. I could totally see how they're like so untrustworthy, and you know, I don't know, they were abandoned by Marco. Like she knew that they only had 3 weeks worth of supplies in order to survive, and then all of a sudden more of their water is gone. Like blind. So I don't know if we're gonna get Bobbie finding out about what Holden did. I don't know how you keep it from her. She seems like she's really stuck on it. Like, I mean, of course she sees it as her failure, and it totally wasn't. I don't know if Marco will learn that the torpedo was disarmed. I don't know if they will have control over that torpedo now that it is on the Pella. Like, can Holden just go, oh yeah, armed, boom, and blow it up? Like, I don't know how that works. I'm writing fanfic, or I'm writing my own little story, and if it just happens to coincide with the real story, that's fantastic. I feel like I had a better grasp of the story and the direction that it was going to head in previous seasons, because it had like a really nice flow to it, and this doesn't really have that flow. It seems like I don't even want to say it's all over the place. It just feels like a very different type of season. It's not good nor bad. It's just different. It's just different. It has a different structure to it. It really does. I would like to know more about the Konya station. What Kodazar was talking about, the ship that's coming through the ring gates, what Philip or Marco would do with the news of the disarmed warhead, what Bobbie would do. But it seems like Naomi isn't quite over Philip. Obviously, we see her looking at the picture of Philip on her hand terminal. So, you know, she might have been trying to tell herself that, but I feel like she still has feelings that she needs to come to terms with, because she hasn't. Holden's right. Like, she's keeping it all in and just trying to deal with it herself. And you can't do that. You have to be able to like let it out. But it did seem like she was also figuring out that there were like the coordinated holes, and it seemed like there was a correlation that she was really looking into, and it was really like appearing in front of her. So I really thought LV would be in this episode. Looks like I was wrong. Maybe they just get like LV from, you know, this planet sent you this, and I already forgot the name of it. Illis. Goodness. That LV from Illis sent you this. Ellie from Illis sent you this. I'm just gonna start saying things the way Marco would say it in like everyday life, and just see how it feels. Ro si nante. Although I didn't really focus on the man bun in this episode, but that bone structure was popping. It was popping. Keon, I don't know if it was makeup, if it was lighting, 5 o'clock shadow, your skin color, but it was popping. You had some bone structure doing some work. Gravity ain't pulling that shit down. I hate that I have a minor crush. I think on Keon, not on Marco, on Keon. To where I have like a minor crush on Amos, but not Wes. Sorry, Wes. You're not watching this. I don't know why I'm apologizing to you. But Ty, don't tell him. Okay, guys, if you want to watch the full-length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon, as well as the last 2 episodes. If you are watching this on YouTube, that means that the finale of our beautiful show, The Expanse, is now available for you to watch on my Patreon. I'm crying about something that hasn't even happened yet. Oh, goodness. My heart's breaking, but I think I'm preparing myself to move on to other things, better things, beautiful things. And then before you know it, we'll have movies or season 7 or an Amos and Bobbie show, or Adventures of Kamina Drummer show, or I don't know. Anything other than the Philippa Naros show. Oh, I just ripped my hair out with my ring. Okay, guys. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I know a lot of people probably disagree with me about Holden letting Marco live, but I feel like anytime you can spare life, it's the right thing to do. God damn it, I agree with Clarissa. Like, she got me. I'm crying and I'm just like, what is wrong with me? Why am I agreeing with her? We're okay. We're on okay terms with each other, I think. Okay, guys. I'll see. Not so fast. I have to watch the X-ray. Thanks, Xander, for texting me about that because I forgot. God, I need a nap. At least I didn't remember like 5 hours later, but thankfully Xander texted me. Good grief.
The doctrine of one ship arose from paradoxes, the cold of space and the heat of a drive, bright stars and pure darkness, companionship in the void.
Okay, I have to watch. Okay, there's nothing to watch.
Is she being watched? What is all this information? I can't read it. It's so small. Salt your food.
Jules Pierre Mao, former CEO of Mao Krakowski Mercantile and mastermind of the proto-molecule conspiracy, was found dead last night in his cell at the New Spandau Penitentiary, where he was serving a clemency-barred life sentence. Mao is survived by his wife Ariadne and children Peter, Michael, and Anthea. His 2 daughters, Julie and Clarissa, predeceased him.
Oh. Wow. Oh no, girl. Oh, what'd you do? She went on a full rage. I get it. I preferred the idea of Jules Pierre Mao, like, just rotting in prison until he died. Of, like, old age.
Open my private journal. In the pit, Dr. Othman said that parent-child relationships are primal. They don't have to make sense. Baked into being the kind of primates we are, that you always care about your parents. And I thought she was full of shit. But here we are.
You loved him, that's okay.
Why am I angry?
Because you loved him.
I was never going to see you again anyway, which doesn't even matter. I wish you were a better man. I wish you were a better father. I wish you loved me. I wish I hadn't loved you. End entry.
Oh. I didn't expect Clarissa to have this profound effect on me. Oh man. Okay, so if the next episode Aaron Wright's dead, I'll be pissed. You can't keep killing these people off screen, like Dawes, Mao, just wow, that was really fucking powerful. But that's the thing, it's just it doesn't matter the circumstance, it doesn't matter It doesn't matter how many people Philip has killed and him supporting his father. That's still Naomi's son. And it doesn't matter how he treated Clarissa and who he was to the rest of the world and the rest of the universe, is that she still wanted her father's love, and it still meant something to her. And I think really what she's grieving is the possibility of ever experiencing that, even though she knew it would probably never happen. But while he was still alive, there was maybe a little bit of a hope that was still in there, that she would hear that like she was enough and that he loved her. He was never going to be a better man, but maybe he could, in like his last moments, at least tell her something, a semblance of that. Fuck. I feel so bad for people that didn't watch these. They're so amazing. And I keep forgetting to fucking watch the X-ray, you dummy. I'm so glad, though. I only stopped. I sent the file to Xander and I was like, 6-4 is on its way. And he's like, did you watch the X-ray? And I was like, no. Fuck. I got one more chance. Oh, I'm tired, y'all. I need to eat something. I need to take a nap. I didn't even drink. There's no excuse. There's just air between my ears. All right. I gotta stop putting myself down. I just forgot. Like I get focused and then I move on. And I'm plenty smart. It just sometimes I have those derp moments. That was one of them. I tend to have them a lot now these days. I think it's age. Anyway, bye.